Anything through waving cycles is understanding that everything volumes in so many patterns. Like when, for example, if you can actually hear the rain, it's raining right now. It synchronizes patterns, but it's in one vibration, which is really, really powerful stuff. Because the rain comes on so many levels through different atmospheres, through time zones. So it connects through so many portals through cloud interference. That's where it gets into gases and fumes and anything through octane and all those levels of galaxy systems and that connection. But answering back to the rain system and just really opening your audio gamma signals, it's really, really powerful stuff. Because if you look at it, it's kind of like a music tone and it has so many communication angle points when it comes to your point centers. It's really, really powerful stuff. But before I get started, thank you all subscribers and viewers and everybody that's watching my channel to keep Grand Rising, Force Rising, as I keep you in a loop of what's going on with space and time and frequency levels through containments and compartments. We're going to go into the placebo. Now, what I am going to do today is that I'm going to centralize, neutralize, and capitalize your systems into energy systems into your phone. So it's really, really powerful stuff. What's going to happen is we're going to go into an hydraulic through a magnetic forcing information system, which is your phone containment system. So remember how you guys went into my computer, right? You actually saw the digital frame and all that. Well, we're going to go into an app. Okay. And that app is going to be like, it's kind of like it's a digital frame. So I'm going to take all your body conceptual systems, cyberspace force team, put you into your electronic division level, into your body framing system. It's going to platitude division into an app. Okay. So it's kind of like we'll get you into electronic through a game. And you're going to see what it's like to actually be in its reality of its electronic system through simulation and how everything is programmed through its division. It's really, really powerful stuff. Also, too, I also sent you guys, because I'm a professional actor, I wanted to show you that I've done movies way back. I'm pretty proud of what I've done. And that's another thing you got to look at, too. Everything I do is passion. If you find your passion, you find your love with its passion. And it shows on screen. It's got that energy. It's got that renaissance, with you got celebrities that just, burn the camera lens. It's just, wow, this is great. The camera essence, it's got its nice resolution, Marilyn Monroe. I mean, you can never take your eyes off her. She only did 4 or 5 movies, but the point I'm trying to get across is that there's an exceptional amount of energy, okay, that is really resonant. And it's so giant, it's so big. That's where it stands with your aura, because everybody has an aura. And that's an energetic field that connects to your heart system. Okay? So it's really, really powerful stuff when you go into those levels. So that's why I love doing movies, because I like dressing up and showing different parts, interviews and things I've done, commercials and stuff like that. I'll keep that up from time to time and show you, go into my archive applications and show you, because I've done a lot. I've been in the industry over more 10, I've been 15 years, I guess. So, it's the experience that takes over everything when it comes to that, right? Experience takes over talent. Okay. There's a lot of talented actors over there, but when it comes to experience, that's where the application comes in when it comes to observation, because you learn a lot more when you do things on set, right? You pick up a lot of things too. It's really know how to communicate with actors, how to communicate with yourself. You putting yourself in that position. You're going to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and say, whoa, this is great. Now I'm acting. Now you're playing that part. Okay. So you just formulate around that. You play that dimension. You play that portal. You play everything through that person, right? And this shines back to the audience. And if the audience loves it, it's because you're not trying too hard. You're doing it because you love what you're doing, right? A lot of people make believe and you know, they don't like what they're doing, but they do it anyway. It shows. It's the chemistry. You can't manufacture chemistry with people. You try your best. Things just don't work out because the vibrations don't connect, right? And that's where it gets distraught with a lot of things. All right. So, but it's fascinating when you get into those levels, into acting, because I went to acting school. You have to go through those, right? It's very important. It's taking yourself away from being camera shy, knowing that you can do anything in a scene in front of 200, 300, 500 people, right? You have a stage set, okay? Now, a stage set, there's no stop and go, okay? If you mess up, you have to keep going. You can't stop, right? It's not TV, okay? You don't have a teleprompter. You don't have a TV set. You know, TV is different from film. But you pick these things up, and you pick up a lot of jargon, and you know, when it talks to about how to speak to the camera angles. Camera angles are everything, especially with fight coordinating. Also, too, I do a lot of stunts back in the past when I was younger. I'll see if I can send you guys those. Pretty cool stuff when you get into fighting. It's a lot of work, you know, has to do with a lot of communication with each other, has to do with, you know, formations, hand formations, really communicating with everything that you're doing, and everything is in line when you're fighting, right? It's powerful stuff. That's what I'm saying. Communication is number one. So as we get into that, you know, if you're still just trying to figure out what your ascension is, please go to my emails, PayPals, and donations now, because like I said, every day we get up, you got to ask yourself, is things changing? Do you see yourself changing? I'm not talking about everything outside. Everything else is going to change. Everything's on a time code, all right? That's put in position. That's why I keep giving you guys these videos, the past, present, and its future. But get tele-waving is tele-energy teleportation to your division of your vibration. That communicates through all level systems, through compartment division level system. That's how I'm allocated to that position and go down to the fifth dimension. It's extremely hard for me to communicate in the fifth dimension, right? Knowing that your line signals are everywhere through connection, right? You close one door, 20 million doors open, okay? That's the process you guys have to go into the psychological system, okay? That aptitudes everything through your connection, especially when you come into placebo, all right? So we're going to take our phones, all right? We're going to take our apps, okay? So basically what's going to happen, because there's a videographing system, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it out, but information, all communications through a magnetic force and highway information system, cyber force team level system, communicate in all level division level systems, change the digital framing system, all calculate, modify everything through division. So I'm angling divisional level points to its app connection system. Cyberspace sports team is going to go into their phone systems right now. 1, 2, 3. All right, so you guys are in the center core into your phone conceptual system. So basically your point division level systems, okay, pick anything you want. Pick any app that you want. That's a game. Anything that's a game. I'm going to show you how powerful it is to actually be inside your phone, because everybody is in their phone right now. You guys are in your phone. It's really powerful stuff. So I thought I'd do it and show you how powerful it is and what you can do with your electrical phone system. My computer operation system is understanding when you see a movie through divisional level system, it communicates to YouTube software. That's the same vibration. So allocate through positions, you can see everything through visual format system. And you can actually see that same communication signal, which is balanced to an atom system, right? Okay, so it's a signal through a fragmentation line, through an energetic system, to a waving pattern through your placebos. Okay, the connection to the brain waves. So, so right now you guys are in your phone. It's going to feel weird. You're going to feel claustrophobic. You're going to feel like you're a square. Okay, this is understanding what the psychological system can do through electricity. I just want to show you how powerful it is. Now, I don't want anybody to get scared or anything like that, because you guys are in the cyberspace force team. And we have a test coming up on the the algorithms and everything connecting through the analytical mind system, which is the digital framing. We have to get into those calculation modifications into the digital system. So the platitude divisions right now through electrical system, communication system, is level point divisions. All right. So basically, all right. So see how powerful the background is? You see it? See it's glowing? It's activated. You see? It's all one color. It's illumination. So my atom system, okay, is communicating through everything, through interforce connections to your computer system, to your phone system, activating everything through placebo, through electrolytics, to the magnetic forcing platform division. The communication signals are going into your phone connection. All right, so everybody pick an app. Okay, pick an app. See how powerful that phone is? The electrical system is connected to the psychometric division. Now, as you're picking an app and you're inside, you guys are all connected through a wire. You're going to know what it's like to be me. So it's going to feel kind of weird. You're going to go in and out of parallels. You're going to see that your wire is connecting to one app to another. You're seeing its digital platform, which is a digital system. So you're in your phone compartment system. Okay, you're not limited. Okay, you're free to do whatever you want through your phone. So basically, just pick an app. Pick any kind of app. See how powerful that is? It's amazing. See how it's glowing, right? Isn't it amazing? And it's raining outside. So it has nothing to do with the atmosphere. Remember, everything comes within. So it's a communication of the angles, anything through the solar connections, okay, that's connected through placebo and the mind conceptual system of the thoughts, through the hydraulics, through the metrical system, which is your atom, through communication, one line signal. That's how you forward it to divisional levels into teleportation through telewaving to its energy systems. Okay, it's really powerful stuff when you see things like this, right? So as you're in this app, okay, so basically what you're doing, you're inside the game. You're in the game right now. How does it feel? It's going to feel kind of weird because you're going to see things, like I said, pick a game that you like. Now, you use that app as your own. So you want kind of like, you want to control everything that's within inside your digital frame. This is understanding. I want the cyberspace force team to understand how powerful it is to actually go inside your phone and actually go into an app, go into a game, and how the game is controlling you. Okay, so it's all about trying to control the game. Okay, it's because you're inside a game right now and you're not sure what's going on. You're in different parallels, you're in different dimensions, you're in a different portal. This is what the placebo can do through the mind conceptual system. Okay, because it has a spine operation system, right, which is connected through all levels of the mind system. Okay, because it has so many applications when it comes to interference. All right, so how's everybody feeling right now? How does it feel actually to be in your phone? All right, I want you guys to understand what's inside your phone. You're going to see microchips. You're going to see, different apps. You can go to different apps. You can try to see what's going on, but your perceptions are going to see everything through your digital format, which is your box frequency level through its connection of its phone. See, look, you can't even see it. You can't see the phone. See, it's glowing. See how powerful it is? Right? That's illumination light through electronic interference. That's setting portal divisions through the mecha systems and its communication through its galaxy location system. And this is a Galaxy phone. This is a Galaxy 9. That's why it's extremely powerful. Okay, because I'm using provisions and connections through solar systems. So it's understanding how to communicate through your atom system to calculation, modification, and integration. So the placebo effect, okay, is going to go through your levels of the archive divisions into your phone conceptual system. Okay. So just basically just get familiar with your phone. Okay. Because you know how to use your phone. But when you go inside your phone, it's a totally different world. Okay. So this is basically what it's like to be in the simulation. Okay. I want you guys to get a forefront of what's going on through calculation and how you see everything through wire signals, how you see everything through plasma, how you actually can go into your games and actually see the running program of a game and how it's set up through its algorithm. Okay, let's see how powerful it is. Look, you can't see the back screen, can you? See? Powerful stuff, guys. So how's everybody feeling right now, knowing that they're inside their phone? And I want you to experience what you guys are experiencing. I really want you to get on hand how powerful it is to say, hey, guess what? My commander put me in my phone today. Knowing how you do these things, right? It's all a projection. It's all a digital system. I really want you guys to get more into information through electricity and how it is to apply yourself through placebos, through its effect of its brainwave. The brainwave has to have its compartments through its containment system. It has to have its teleportation through balanced locations into the mind conceptual system of its thoughts. That's the psychological. So the brainwaves have to be psychological, and the mind has to be psychological with one balance, one line communication, and one line signal through the singularity line system, which is the simulation. Okay? So how's everybody doing? You guys feel weird being inside your phone? I really, guys, want you to experience it, you know? Let me know what you're experiencing. Because it's understanding that you can actually go inside your phone and you can feel that you're confined. You feel like you're closed in because this is actually, you're inside. So it's kind of like taking yourself as an atom and shrinking you down and putting you inside your phone. You just have to understand the code effect. Once you break the codes through the electrical system, once you have partnership with your phone electrical system, you can go into anything through calculation, through its placebo effect, right? So, is everybody okay? Everybody feel weird? I really want you guys to get an upper hand of what's going on. Somebody tell me what it's like to be inside your phone. Remember, there's two sides of everything. Okay, there's one side of you, which is the physical system, but there's another side, which is the dimensional system of a phone. So imagine what it's like to actually be inside of anything through electronics. Okay, because that's understanding how to communicate with one atom to the next. Because the frequency levels and its containment centers has its compartments. It has its divisions, you know, has its information. It feels tight, closed in. Yeah. 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 Did you try an app with the game? So it's kind of like you're center coring yourself and you're looking up and it's like, whoa, I'm inside a game now. This is weird. Okay. You know, I have a green screen in the back and you see, right? That's what I like to do. You know, I like to have a green screen so you guys can see the universe. I'll have that. That will come up next. Once I get things set up in Mexico. So, pretty much you can go into anything. It's knowing how to do these things. It's knowing how to actually go into a screen of a board through electronic interference. Remember, there's two sides of a coin, right? You got the physical side, which is your dimensional side, okay? And then you have your dimensional side, which is your physical side. Okay. So you have the physical, okay, you have the mental, you have the psychological, and the spiritual. That rotates on so many systems through calculation. And that puts you in all positions through teleportation. Okay. So what's it like to actually be in an app? Right? Because you'll see the algorithm, you'll see the program setting. You actually see, you know, you do program setting and you get an avatar. Okay, so I'm setting up a program, right, on the computer. And now I got it in position what that person looks like as an avatar. Okay, and then you can change the hair. You can change, the guy can have a beard or no beard, all right? And then you have a woman, right? So that's what an algorithm is. It sets up everything through a code. Right? And that's where it comes into the placebo effect, how it comes into anything digital, to a game set, right? Because you see it all the time, you know, on, you know, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, right? Because we're all trying to get into that digital system, you know? So it's really understanding that, you know, when we see a game, we're actually looking through its perception, but from the outside in, not inside out. Okay, so it's knowing how powerful it is that you can actually be inside your phone. Okay, watch. See how it changed? Watch, see that? See how it changes? See? So the back force connection, electronic interference connection through its magnetic electronic system of its phone system is connecting to my plasma energy system. Right there, there's a different location. See how powerful that light is? See the illumination light? And it's raining outside. Where is that light coming from? Right? It's coming within from its atom. So my atom is communicating through its realm, through its division, through its acting cycle, through its vibration. That vibration puts you in position through your placebo effect. That opens up your brain waves, fires and wires. That's how high rises into illumination. Okay? So I'm part of a video game app interacting. Yep. Yeah, it's extremely cool, isn't it? And you guys can't get out until I say so. So it's really, really powerful stuff, right? I'll take you out soon, but I just want to show you how powerful it is to actually be inside a phone. I think Jules would really take effect on this. Yeah. Also, too, I did a commercial skit, America's Shoes. I sent you guys that too on the cyberspace force team link, where I was a cop, right? And it's all about skateboarders. They're going around the basketball courts, right? But we didn't arrest them. We only arrest the guys that are playing basketball. I said, "Can't you read the sign?" And then I get thumbs up to the guys that are on the skateboards. That was a funny commercial. I had a good time there. And then I did Crossroads. I sent you guys that too. I was really impressed with that one because that almost got over 200,000 views. That was taking place in India. So it's a really, really powerful movie. A really good friend of mine. That's the same director that I did for The Bitter Pill. Like I said, there's two sides of us, right? And we can enjoy both sides. The digital framing through the spiritual system of its meditation. And then you have the physical system, which is your hobbies and interests and anything through that system. So you kind of like living two lives, but into one line sequencing and one line system and one communication. You have to have one vibration. You can't have 50,000 vibrations because you get confused if you don't know where your mind system is, right? It's going to go scatter all over the place. You know, you're thinking this, you're thinking that. You can go through so many emotions in one day, 24 hours in a day. And your emotions can just go up and down, fluctuate back and forth, you know. It can reverberate on so many levels, electronic systems, right? It's really, really powerful stuff when you go into those levels, you know. So, but it's cool, isn't it? Yeah. I'm part of a video game app interacting now. Yeah. And it's extremely real. So not only you see it, but you can draw it out. Okay. So what I want everybody to do, right, because proof is in the pudding, is what you're seeing, whatever app you did, I want you to draw it out and send it to the private link. Okay. The cyberspace private link. I want you to just draw it out, screenshot it, and then put it on the link. Okay, because I want to see what you guys have created. I want to see what you're seeing through your phone system. Okay, see how it's different now? See how it's changed? Right? How is that possible? How is that possible? Right? You have to understand how to communicate with everything. I have a phone conceptual system in one hand, and I have a coffee in another. Right? Now, it's understanding illumination light and where it's coming from. Okay. See how you can see it now, right? The energetic waving pattern has changed my voice and grid system through vibration. That's how you're able to see the screen. Right? Okay, allocate positions. Take the cyberspace 14 out of its application system, the zero divisional level system through a vector communication line signal. Take them allocated positions into electronic division level system back into the connection of the average system, dimensional system. Done. You guys are out. So it's really powerful stuff, how you can actually go into your computer system and actually see how everything's set up through an algorithm. And again, there it is. See? Illumination again. Right? Fully communicate with the center core of your mind, body, and soul. You have to reach the center of everything through communication. You have to reach the center of your psychological mind, of its thoughts. Okay? So it's really understanding everything that's going on through your mind, everything that's going on through your life, right? So make sure you guys draw it out and then send it to the link. I wanted you to, screenshot it. I want to see what you guys saw. And you can describe it, this is pretty powerful stuff. How we do these things, because I put you guys into my computer, right? So what I mean by center, everybody has to understand that. What is the center? I can open the frequency levels. Okay. Now, did you guys see that? Did you see my plasma force? Did you see it come out? That's the energy. That's the aura. That's understanding how powerful you are through energy. And people see that. Okay. People see how big and gigantic you are through energy. Okay. Because it just expands and it stays within that system, right? It's really, really fascinating stuff. Okay. So let's start off with shapes. Okay. And then we're going to get into the test. Okay. There's a test coming up. All right. Into the mind elliptical system. Into the analytical mind of its placebo effect system. You guys have to understand more of the digital framing of you. So when you're communicating your voice in grids, okay, you're communicating to the center of light and dark. Now, it may seem a little bit complicated, but see the blue plasma now? See how it's on a different angle? See? Illumination from the phone system. Now I got illumination of a blue plasma system. Then you got the portal activation. You got the green, and you see that line strip, that lasing line strip? Okay. Like for example, Priscilla was setting up a video. And there was a rainbow curtain through a lacing line system. I was seeing perceptions, but I was also seeing depth of vision. So the XT1000s, okay, was protecting Priscilla from her voice of grid pattern. So that's why you guys are so protected. You guys don't know these things because you're not at that level. But what you are at is understanding the communications of yourself through your grounds, your powers, and your atmospheres. It's just understanding how to communicate with everything through weather, how to actually see an XT1000, how to actually see the laser. Okay, that's what I saw through my perception when I was communicating with Priscilla. It's a really powerful video. How it's going in, and it goes in like this. That's lacing the line, right? So it's understanding that's communication. This is rhythm. This is a pattern, right? And then it can go like this. Okay. So you have to understand everything through its effect. Everything through coloration and light. It changes its lacing line through your body framing, through its atom system. That's the center of everything through its relation. Okay. The mystical cortex divisions of vibrations through the galaxy location centers. Okay. That's where you guys got to get into the connection. All right. So we'll start off very basic. Before we get into the test, we have now it's understanding when you guys look at a square, you have to understand more than it's just not just a square. It's everything through a square. It can formulate into any dimension of portal through an activation through a code. And you have to know how to take it out of its equation. All right. So we start off like this. Let me show you here. So we have rectangle. We have a rectangle, circle, triangle, square. Now, we are programmed in a 3D system. Okay. Now, this is understanding that to get in the fifth dimensional system, human vibrational systems has to understand mind telepathy through the physical, mental, psychological, and the spiritual. Okay. So that's a 3D system, right? We already know rectangle, circle, triangle, square, right? So as we get into that, we go into a higher level of fourth dimension system. Now that opens up the point centers, okay? So we do the same effect, the square, the triangle, the circle, and the rectangle, okay? But this time we add the point centers, okay? You guys are understanding. This is understanding how you travel through anything through a shape, okay? Right? So this is understanding. This is a 3D system of human vibration. This is the fourth dimensional system coming into AI connection. But not yet, right? So we have this, now we have this. So it's understanding how to take these into teleportation through shapes. That changes the communication through psychological system, through the mind of its thoughts. So that puts you into the fifth dimensional cycle. I'll just call it the 5D cycle. Okay? So basically, everything, before you teleport anything, you have to open up the center. And that's how you're able to allocate and take everything out of its equation. That is the fifth dimensional cycle. So human vibration has to get its communication. Communicate better with circles and anything through shapes, letters, and numbers. How to communicate with themselves better. But you center point everything through communication, through light and dark. Okay? It's complicated stuff, but it's knowing when you're in those positions, you understand what I'm talking about. Right? So, remember I was saying that you have three-dimensional system. Okay, let's just start here. Now, really fascinating stuff. Okay? Rectangle, circle, triangle, square. Three-dimensional system. That's all they know. Now, they don't understand how to use E equals MC squared because they don't understand their DNA. DNA is all connected through your traveling. So it's understanding how to communicate with anything through shape. Once you get into the fourth dimensional system, now you're getting into point center. Okay? But not yet. You're only getting into the points. All right? Then when you get into the fifth cycle, now you're coming into the center. Right? So basically, you have 4 divisional levels of point centers, 5 within the system. 3 divisional levels of a triangle becomes its pyramid system. Circle rotation, split divide division through a circle rotation becomes its planet location. And everything through connection of a rectangle division comes center core system to allocate positions of structure divisions. All right? And it comes out of its equation. Okay? This is really powerful stuff, and this is what humanity has to get into. Okay? From this to this to this. Fifth dimensional cycle. So it's all about the psychological system and how we change everything through the center core system of ourselves. How we communicate better. Right? How to communicate better with the marker. You know, it's a marker. You see the coloration, but it's just more than just a marker. It's everything through formation. But how do I understand it? Where's the proof? Well, the proof is in the mind. The mind conceptual system is never, never wrong. It's only wrong if the communication is off through its cycle when it comes to the chakra system. Because if you're in positions of your chakra systems and you're not communicating through right angled point divisions through your point centers, now you're not communicating. So the communication of the chakra centers, communication through your mind system, communication through your perception of your psychological thought system, and communication through your heart. Because everything that you do has to be love. You have to love what you're doing. Right? I'm not saying you have to love to meditate, but just get into meditation. Because that's the start to everything through communication. Meditation is the start to all communications to the nature, core system, atmospheres, clouds, galaxies, universals, planets, intelligence. See? Communication, back and forth. Line signal, white graphing line system. This is a pink rotation center through a marker division because it's in its location. It's not just anything through a plasma force through a portal, but it is a marker division. But it's more than just a marker. So that's what we want to get into. We want to get into this effect. This is where we're at right now. We want to get into this. And then we want to get into the 5D cycle. So we want to know how to use these shapes, get into point centers, and then get into traveling with the shapes. Okay? That's the communication that the fifth dimensional system has with the dimensional Earth. Okay? It's powerful stuff when you look at those things. And then you get into temperatures. You know, you get heat signatures. Understanding how to communicate with anything. Like, for example, with the coffee, as soon as you open it up, it exposes. And then the atmosphere, right, gets cold. Right? You know it gets cold after. There's no thought process. That's just logical, right? So to communicate with anything is to understand the psychological system of the placebo and the brainwave. So the brainwave has to understand its communication with the placebo. The placebo has to understand its communication with the spiritual. The spiritual has to have its connection with its physical, mental, and psychological through the spiritual system. That's where you have to get into those levels, right? All right, so let's get into the test. Now, this is an application through evaluation. Really, really powerful test. This is going to put you into higher force connections into atmospheres of planet locations of intelligence. This is going to uprise your digital framings, okay? And there's no right or wrong. It's just experiencing what you're going through. It's not the talent, it's the experience. Experience takes over talent. Remember that, okay? Talent is the beginning. Anybody can have talent, but to have experience is years. So it's understanding you learned a lot. You see a lot through observation. So it's the same thing with the psychological of anything through vibration. Okay, so it's really understanding. I'm gonna use a pink circle rotation again. If you have a circle like this, and that's how we see everything, right? Now, you have to understand that this circle could be anything. This could be an apple. This could be a planet. Okay, this could be a rotation cycle through a crop system. Okay, this could be a circle rotation through a planet and intelligence system. Okay, this circle rotation could be on so many line signals through a gravitational pull through gravity of an atom system. See? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different things. What this is, it's not just a circle. So it's understanding how to communicate and always informs through the psychological, through the electrical system of the Boyd graphing system that this is not just a circle. That's what we have to get into our minds. We have to get out of traction divisions of what this is. It's more than just a circle. It's everything through a circle, through formation, because it forms in so many levels. So we can have a confusing line signal. We can have a plasma force energy system. Okay. We can have a cross-winning cycle through an XT, right? You know, an XT, right? That's communication right now. That's communication. XT, what happens? As soon as you formulate through your voicing grids, the XT 1000 comes in. Okay. So if you want to sonify it through its grams and its communication, does it sonify? Okay. The sonar, right? That opens up its plasma force system, allocates position, takes the atom system to a higher location system, to a higher volume of the dimensional system. Okay. So just imagine what a circle can do to anything through calculation. All right. So we go back to E equals mc squared. That's the beginning. I think people really have to understand, you know, what that is. because Einstein was put on this dimensional Earth in his era, in his time. And you guys already seen him. We went there, right? We backtracked 2 divisions of path, and we also saw Tesla. But you understand why they came to the dimensional Earth. Do you think humanity was prepared for this? No. Okay, why? Because humanity has to understand that this is not just a circle, it's everything through its circle. And that's how it formulates anything through its illustration. Okay, so E equals mc squared is not just DNA, it's everything through its atom of traveling. But it's understanding what energy is. Okay, it's understanding your parallel, equal sign, mass, calculation, your square. We got into that before, right? How you go into the square, point centers in the center. You can do anything through division. You can take anything out of its equation. Okay? So, because it's out of its equation, it's got line 16 line systems at point center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within the center. But as you can see, it's got more line divisions, right? So it's got 2 parallels, okay, of pyramids. 2 sine, 1 angles of pyramids, right? 1 up, 1 down, 1 across, and 1 across. So that's 4. Okay, so it's understanding where this is in dimension. So it no longer becomes E equals mc squared because it's in a higher formation. Okay, so when it goes into higher formation, right? Now pay attention because this is coming on the test. So when this comes out of equation, everything through traction division activates all locations of MC. So it becomes EMC, okay? And then it becomes E/MC, okay? And then it becomes box frequency level. Okay? So it's for understanding where everything is. So this is the code for the box, but it's not a box. It's everything through a box through line signals. So it's a box through line signals, okay, through point centers. Okay, it's different intelligence. It's the same coloration, but it's different intelligence. So everything is partnership. Okay, so it's all about using the psychological system and how to change anything through a circle rotation to anything through its center. It's not just a circle. It's everything through formation, through E equals mc squared. Right, so when you get into energy mass calculation, okay, you get into higher formations through the box frequency levels of E mass calculation. All right. So, so the test is going to be based on the analytical mind of the psychological thoughts. Okay. It's called the psych thoughts. Now, I'll put it on the private link. All right, and it's due. Well, it's a big evaluation. So let's say, what's today? Monday. Let's say it's due on Friday. Okay, just before the weekend hits. Okay, so it's due Friday. Right, so that gives you 4 days: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today. So 4 days to study the psych-op thoughts of its communication through all divisional levels through digital framing. All right. So I will set a course. I'm not going to give you the answer, but what I will do is give you everything that's going on. And this has to do with the shapes. This has to do with the circle. This has to do with the platform. This has to do with activation, lights, and communication through coloration. Okay. So it's all about circle rotation. Okay. Taking out of its equation. Okay. So circle rotation taking it out of its equation. Okay. So it's all finding, everything through verb, through an action verb. Okay, circle rotation, taking it out of its equation. Because this is not just a circle. Okay. That's what humanity has to get out of. They have to get into the psychological system, knowing that the circle is everything through formation. Okay. This is the basics. Okay, when you come into digital framing. This is digital framing of shapes, guys. Not even letters and numbers, just shapes. So like I said, we start with shapes first, right? The coloration of the shape, the activation, how to move it, how to change it, how to get into the mind frame of it. I did a very powerful video. I think it was over a year ago. Yeah. And I told you exactly what you have to do with the shape. You can do anything with the shape. You can go inside the shape. You can, you can spin around the shape. The shape can travel with you. It's knowing what you can do with the shape that you created through the mind. So when it has its acting cycle, then you get into telekinesis. But you have to understand the psychological thought that you created. Because the circle rotation becomes into a round division, comes into a plasma energy system, comes into a confusing line system through a circle rotation, or comes out into a circle through communication of protection, all division level lights to its realm location of protection of security line defense. Okay? Because you have to understand it formulates on so many levels. So that's what the test is based on, okay? The digital framing of shapes. All right? We haven't got into that yet because we got into shapes, we got into the actions of shapes, and we got into colorations of shapes, we got into energy field of shapes, but we didn't get into what is just a circle. It's everything through communication. So it's knowing how you can take a circle or any shape and put it into anything through formation, through an illustration. That's understanding everything that you do is different communication of different divisions, of different dimensions, of different portals, different codes through the point centers. Okay? So it's all communicating with a singularity line division through a shape, through your digital format system. All right? So, but that's a test. And closest to the answer, like I said, you guys are going to go into higher levels of space connection through planet locations of intelligence. And you will notice a huge difference. Your energy starts to grow faster. It becomes more powerful through your aura. Everybody has an aura, what it is. Okay? It mantles on so many levels. Okay? The mantra, your formations of yin and yang, the center core of your life stream. Your dream sets get stronger. It comes in its relation. So it's all about that. You have your past, present, and future trying to come into one. But if it comes back out, you got to try again. So it's doing this, right? This is what's happening with humanity. Okay? It has to come into one. One line signal, one communication, one vibration, one alignment to singularity line system. Fifth dimension, guys. Okay? We got to get communication with everybody. And then you get into formations, into mind, telepathy, telekinesis. Okay? You can't communicate with the dimensional earth right now. It's at the fifth dimension. If the human vibrational system doesn't understand the ascension, that's why we're going into digital framing of shapes. Okay, this goes out to the cyberspace force team. Now, everything through the galactic circle of meditation is just understanding how to take your shape, how to formulate your body centers, everything communication, your point centers, and taking everything to a fifth dimensional system into activation through a teleportation division. Because it uses its device. Okay, you become its electronics, you become its communication, you become its atom through its energy of telewaving teleportation. Electronic interference through its connection. Okay, and taking it out of its equation. Right? So, would you guys have any questions on that? Let me know. How's everybody doing though? Yeah, know thyself. Knowing thyself, love thyself, activate thyself. What you can do, okay, just with just yourself. Like I said, try to use the 3, 5, 7 days effect and just think positive every single day and nothing negative. Try to train your thoughts on that. That's the one thing that everybody has to get across is to change your thoughts. Change your vibration, change your energy, change your body, change your dream sets. Okay, whatever you see through perception has observant. Okay, so you're going through operations and you're observing so many levels of interference. Okay, let's say there's you got 3, 4 hours you're on your phone, and another 2 you're watching a movie. So you got so many different levels of interference. Okay, through like communication, through teleportation, right? So if you're communicating with your phone and you're communicating with your computer, right, it has to be balanced through the center. If you're communicating with your phone and you're communicating with the computer and it's off cycle, you're not communicating with your thoughts. That's where the separation is. So you got to get those points across, right? It's powerful when you get to those levels. It really is. It's exciting. So. But like I said, you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask me anything. All right. Time flies, I'll tell you that. And when you see yourself speeding through time, then you know exactly where you are through balance of time. Then you understand your center point of time. Okay? Because when you're traveling, you're going through a realm. Okay? Now, remember I did Gene Roddenberry's Earth, Frontal Conflict. Well, I show you that plasma, right? And I was in alliance with the lead of a squad, which was my commander that was there too, right? Now that's just TV. That was a digital screen. But this actually would happen in that era. You would actually see the open plasma, and then you see, then when you disappear, right, you go into the back, right? There's a position. So there's a reason why you have an oxygen tank and you go back, right? So you have to understand position of water, because you're communicating not just with the water, you're communicating with your body through electricity. Okay, so the oxygen tank's on your back. So you have to be in the right position. That's why divers go off the back, right? They go backwards, right? Because they're in the right position. So that's all psychological, right? It's all logical, right? It's not a thinking process. It's all psychological. And that's the era that we're coming into the fifth dimension. Humanity has to get into that, how to communicate in the psychops, the psychological of thoughts. Okay, that's the 5D cycle. That's where the dimensional system is at. And it's all connected. Everything that's happening right now through vibration is intelligence. Okay, it's healing the dimensional earth. Yes, I know there's a lot of chaos, but there's a lot of destruction too, with years and years and years through so many applications of human thoughts and errors. Destruction of negative thoughts. You create a negative thought, it creates everything through the atmospheres of nature. It destroys nature, right? You throw something on the ground and it's litter, right? You're destroying the ground. You're destroying Mother Earth, right? Because you don't care, right? On grass or anything like that, just pick it up, put it in the garbage, recycle it. Pay attention to the earth. Respect, and you get things in return. These are simplified, and this is all through the psychological system. Your brainwave is saying, no, I don't want to do it. They say, well, what benefit? How is it possible that you want the universe to give back to you, but in the meantime, what are you doing to the earth? You're doing the total opposite. So how are you going to get anything return if you throw anything on the ground? You're not helping the situation, you're making it worse. And you want things back? You want something from the universal system? You want God to give you something, even though you're doing this in return? All psychological. You got to look at the point of view of things and how it all connects with nature. When you walk outside, like I said, when I was outside, every weekend I go with my daughter and we go to a different park. We go through a different trail and we see a lot of things. Yesterday we were seeing a lot of birds. We attract a lot of energy. We saw squirrels. We saw chipmunks. We saw blue jays, cardinals. I say, I want to see a blue jay. My voice of grid pattern connects to that. And it's amazing how birds, they never stay in one position. If you look at them in detail, you understand why their eyes are here and they're doing this. Okay, it's vibrational signals from one bird to the next. I was seeing line signals, line communication in tree formats. It's really powerful how these birds do these things, how they fly around, right? How they fly on your hand. Okay, you have to hold out your hand, okay, because it's energy that comes up. And that bird comes through line of sight, like this, the trithesis, right? You look at this way and you go like that, and that's where you see the line of sight. So when you see the line of sight, you see the pixels, then you understand the operation of a bird because it's pixel, right? So you have to understand the digital of its platform, where it's connecting. So when you're seeing the bird go through your perception, you can see the line signals going from one direction to the next. It's really, really interesting. So if you're voicing patterns, once understanding the code frequencies, and you want to get communication with your psychological thoughts and say that I want to see a red cardinal, red cardinal will appear. You want to see a blue jay appear. Now, this is another thing too. If you get lost in the woods, that's why we have animals. That's why we have chipmunks, squirrels. Now, asking for help. Nature helps you out in so many ways. So basically, what will happen if you're in an energetic system, the energetic wavings, because that is what's connected through animals, is energy and vibration. They connect in so many ways. That's how they communicate with each other, and they speak, right? Their speaking tones go into space connection, and they create everything through planet locations. I guess you guys didn't know that. Anything through snake, anything that slithers, or anything through a cricket or anything. Every time they voice their grids, they are creating planets. So you have to understand the other side of its connection, not just human vibration. Animals are extremely, extremely spiritual through vibration. That's how they connect, through the voicing grids. Okay? So basically, if you're lost, basically you want to just say, hey, chipmunk, take me to where I need to get out. I want to get out of here. A chipmunk will come across your path. It will follow you through your structures into line sequencing. It will look at you, and then it will walk. It will let you out of the recognitions of what's going on. So it's giving you what you need. That's what nature does. It pushes you out of where you need to go. It helps you. It formulates. It puts you in positions, right? So if you're lost, you can answer patterns to a squirrel, even a bird. Bird will take you in direction where you need to go. Same with the sundial. If you're lost, there's amazing things that you can do through the psychological system. Okay, because the brainwaves has to understand its communication with animals, mind telepathy, how to communicate with birds, how to communicate with cats and dogs, right? This all takes time. We're coming into a new era now. Okay, a new vibration. Okay, a new evolution through human species. So it's powerful stuff. That chipmunk will lead you into and out of the forest. It's amazing how animals do these things, right? Because everything you do comes from the heart. Okay? So, and remember, you attract everything through energy. And it's really interesting. We had so many birds come at us, little ones. We had black-caped chickadees, little birds of black and white. And there was some other people that were there, and they were putting their hands out too. Like 4 or 5 of them, and they all landed on the hand. So it's amazing what your energy can attract through vibration of the seismographing system. Remember, everything that you walk through is your energy every single day. So everything through cats or dogs recognizes you through your energy. So it looks at you and it will come up to you because it knows who you are. It's friendly. It's you got an energy essence of you that's lights. And so you have to see how cats see themselves. You have to see how dogs see themselves through people. And you got to see how people see everything through a cat, everything through a dog, right? Go into the mind conceptual system of a cat or a dog. Okay? Cats sleep about 75% of the time sleeping. But what you don't understand is they're communicating in space. Same with dogs. Okay? That's why they sleep so much. Cats are independent. Okay? Dogs are man's best friend. So you have to understand these levels and how to use your vibration of energy through the psychological system of its thoughts. Okay? So if you're caught wind to anything, so it's kind of like you're in the forest, your physical form is in the forest, and you are caught in the matrix, and you are lost, and you don't know what to do. First time being in the forest, how do you get out? What do? Stand there? Dumbfounded? Don't know what to do? Ask. Ask. And you will receive. Trust me. But you can't be afraid. You can't have fear, because animals, anything through that connection, will sense fear from you. Okay? So it's all about your energy and what you're attracting to through line signals, through line communication, because everything is teleported through division. So my voice in grids, as soon as it said red cardinal, bang, red cardinal's right there. Blue jay. Okay? Everything is in that position. There's no bears or anything like that, right? Because it's in a different atmosphere. Okay? But food to thought. Food to thought. Okay? Now, if I was in a different situation and I was up in Thunder Bay in the forest, yes, there's bears. Yes, there's deers. So be cautious on your thoughts, because your energy travels to a deer. Your energy travels to a bear. Okay? So be careful on what you say through your energy, because if you're extremely high in division, because everything through an animal division is spiritual. They're extremely, extremely spiritual when it comes to vibration. Okay? Even if they're small, it doesn't matter. Their energy is extremely powerful. Okay? So, because that's how they communicate. They communicate on instinct. You know, when they have to, you look at a cheetah. What does a cheetah do? Okay? I just showed you what a bird does. You have to look at detail. It never, ever, ever has its head still. Okay? The only time it has its still is if it's going through its system. See, the thing is, when it's traveling, it's healing everything through the atmospheres. Okay? As soon as a squirrel is on a tree, it heals the ground formation of a tree. So you have to understand the purpose and why everything is in its communication, into space connection. Why we have animals, why we have cats, why we have dogs. Okay? Cats and dogs are great for when it comes to, you know, like we're having a bad day or we're sad or whatever, right? They come up to you. You feel their energy. They purr, right? Or they bark. Okay? Dogs bark, cats purr, cats meow. So it's understanding how to communicate with a vibration. Anything through a bird, cat, or a dog. Okay? Because it has its relation. Right? But what they do is they produce love for you. They give you back what you need through formation. Okay? Because I love cats. I prefer cats and dogs. I'm more of a cat lover. But I like dogs. I just prefer cats because I've had cats my whole life. They're extremely independent. They get into boxes. They're crazy animals, but they're entertaining, right? They make you feel better. They make you laugh. They take you out of a situation. They uprise your energy system. As soon as you pet a cat, remember, they have energy. That energy is transference into you. That's opening your heart through the portal. Okay? So you're connecting through that cat through space. That cat is transferring your energy to his energy or her energy. Okay? So it's really powerful how we connect through anything, through animals, reptiles, birds, right? So human vibration has to understand the fifth dimensional system of cycles into the psychological of its thoughts. Because we're all programmed. It's knowing how to operate the program through the pixel activations of the codes, right? So that's what it is digital framing of shapes. So felt extremely sharp pains in my heart. What is this? So funny yesterday, while on a beach, 2 dogs came to me, each lying down on both sides of my legs simultaneously. I was in the park. This was about maybe 3 years ago. And, there was a pit bull. They're ferocious dogs, especially have locked jaws. Anyway, this dog came up to me out of nowhere and licked my hand. A ferocious dog licked my hand because it knew who I was, right? So you can understand how you can do these things through energy. You can't have any fear among anything because it attracts not just animals, but it attracts people too, right? If you have a bad day, you have an energetic system through a body framing system that's going to calculate and modify everything through energy to a community system. So you're not just attracting bad energy, you're attracting bad people. Your energy is attracting bad people. Not bad people in sense, bad people within you, which is bad energy. So your bad thoughts are going to travel to those people and they become among your energy, right? Through your thoughts, which is the psychological system. Because once you go into the digital of the mainframe, you go into perceptions to anything through human vibration. So let's use the old red graphing system location, marker division. So you have a perception, that division level. I have to get new markers. I keep buying markers. It's crazy. Okay. All right, so that's you, right? Now. Okay, so let's say you have perceptions here. Okay, they're walking with each other, boyfriend, girlfriend, holding hands, whatever. Different population circuits. Okay. Anybody in perception. Okay. You have to understand what your energy is and what it does and how it attracts. Okay. Once you attract something, you have to know how to communicate with it, right? You don't just stand there, you have to know what you're doing with your energy. Okay. And a lot of people don't understand that. Human vibration doesn't understand that. They just want to live their life. They don't realize that they're traveling their energies through their thoughts. Okay, so basically, this is you. These are other people all over the place, but they're in your seismographic system. So depending on where you are through calculation, through space connection, if you're a high-rise division through light formation, your energy travels to its connection. It sonifies everything through division through a psychological system. Okay? So basically, what happens is your communication. So right away, AI through formation communicates with everything through perception. Right away. Right away. Okay? Then it understands that this is in the 3rd dimension, this is in the 6th dimension, this is in the 4th dimension. Okay? All right. So once the person, the light formation, the extremely high division, understands the 3-dimensional systems, anything to the 4th or the 6th, has to understand the energetic waving patterns. So he has to get balance with everything through population, through electrical system. So it's different vibration he or she has to get communication with. That's how you get your balance. So once you have balance with that, it changes everything through their algorithm, program setting. Okay. Okay, so it sets up its energy field. Okay. You put your energy field up because you're protecting your lights, like this. Now, once you put your lights up, the energy of the seismographic system circulates and rotates and goes into the sixth, goes into the fourth, and goes into the third right away. So your energy travels, right? So as your energy is traveling, it's balancing out the third dimension, the fourth, and the sixth. Okay? Now you can communicate with those dimensions of those people through the energy system. So your like psychological system, I'm getting sonified programming systems right now through XT1000s. It's platted 2 divisions right now. I'm getting calculations of number of frequency level system right now. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm communicating with you, but I have an XT1000 communicating with me through my ear interference. That's balance, guys. Okay. So it's knowing how to communicate with thousands and thousands of planets of intelligence in seconds through point centers. Your point center has to understand communication to everything. So that's what I'm saying. If you get different population systems, a 3-dimensional system, 6-dimensional system, or a fourth, you have to get under communications of their atom systems to balance. So once you have that balance, you put your psychological system of thoughts into positive centers. That changes perceptions in 4th, 6th, and 3rd dimension of that person. Okay? That platitudes divisions, and then you can go up and talk to them. So not only are you protecting your lights, but you're also protecting your energy fields. Okay? And that opens up their grounds right away. Okay, the grounds. You see the grounds? It opens up the grounds. Opens up their powers. Opens up their chakras. Crown chakras. Okay, so basically you're scanning. Remember, you have to scan people first, right? Before you go up and talk to them. Okay? Once you get the balance with those dimensional systems of people, now you can use your energetic thought patterns through psychological system. Because the main frame of the mind frame is going to calculate everything through position. Okay? So you can go up and talk to them now. Right? So it's incredible force when you get to those levels. Let's see. I felt extremely sharp pains in my heart. What is that? Oh, it's just your portal activations opening through your communications. Because you're coming out of the triangular base, it's the electronic division of a phone system. So it's understanding your DNA structure is going back into your body division, okay, into your weight conception. We got a little bit of seismographing location center through a plasma energy system coming in. So it's understanding when you come out of a plasma, anything through a particle system, this is an energetic wave, and this is connected through projection of its divisional level of its panel operation system to the TV reception. So it's knowing how to come out of the box frame of a phone. So it's all about putting your particle system back into formation, into your 3-dimensional or 4th or 5th or 6th dimensional system of a body system. That changes everything through your algorithm program setting through digital frames. So that puts you back in positions and puts you back into your heart recognition system of balance. So that's what's happening with you, Tina. Okay. It's just formulating, getting you back into your body. Okay, because you were in a phone, you're in a conceptual system. That's why you felt closed in. So it's knowing how to do these things and putting everything back in the particle system. Okay, how to communicate through, levels of your rainbow divisions, your coloration, your lights, your activations, your portals, communicating with your finger points and stuff like that, right? I had a muscle spasm on my lower left of my calf, the right-hand side of my leg. So I was going through the optical center. Remember, this is communication from space, guys, right? Just how, anything through scientists or anything through algorithm programmer setting or anything through doctors or anything like that, they go through scanning of bones. They say, well, the cranial wall of your heart, or, you're going through, cardiac arrest or anything like that, right? They scan you first. They put you under an MRI or a CAT scan. They want to see what's wrong, right? That's how, and they come up with these fancy words, okay? Same thing. So it's fancy words in space, but it's energy. So the optical illusion system is understanding the wire division. So when I heal myself, I don't see it as flesh and bone. I see it as electricity through vibration. So I know how to take it out of its equation. I know how to take the muscle spasm. I understand the circuitry levels. So, because it was closed in, it locks in, right? So it's understanding everything through the optical illusion, how to take everything to dimension through a wire signal, communicate those levels, change the panel activation system through pixel activation code system, transformation, everything, communication, because your heart recognition system has to understand its communication through its atom system. And that's where it gets connection through its soul, its transformation light system through its third eye. So it's realm division through connection of healing, right? And then you get in the heat signatures because you got to put heat, right? So you have cold and hot mixed, formulates, and it reduces the vibration, puts it back into the line formation of balance. Okay, so it's kind of like off-centering systems to electronic division in the level system. Let's use the black interface connection. So you get a wired connection level system. Framing system through optical level, through a knee format, or anything through a calf, or anything through an elbow. Okay, so this is your elbow, right? So basically, anything through point view is point center. This is point center. Okay, this is the tip of the elbow, right? So it's understanding what is inside the bone, what is beyond the bone, right? So remember how you have to look up things close, you see everything in perspective in a different way. So what I do is I scan it first, and then I look what's the problem. So high rises and opens up a heat signature, and it sees that it's blinking like this. It's pulsating. So if it's pulsating, that's where the pain is. So to reduce the pain is understanding space connection through intelligence. So the universal set system through the magnetic force and highway information system sets me healing of wire divisions. The wire division goes into calculation through the bone fragmentation lines, through the coloration system, reduces the vibrational panel activation system, and heals everything through its containment of the elbow of its center core system. Okay? So that's how I'm able to heal these things. So you get a wire, and it sparks, and it separates like this. Okay? That's a separation. Okay? Now, understanding separation, emotional content. Okay? Now, this is information digital framing, but this is also to do with the psychops. This is in the psychometry. How to communicate with your wire divisions. Emotional content, psychops, all right? So understanding wire division. Now, you have to understand we're all electricity, everybody. That's how I see things when I go through scanning through AI interface. But I use the psychological system through my mainframe, my mind frame, the algorithm program setting. So I change locations of a wire system, allocated to positions. It's split in division. Now, it's split because of my negative system or my positive system. So either you're sitting on a wrong way or you're sleeping on a wrong way. You could be, you know how when you're sleeping, you wake up and you have a sore neck? Well, that line division like this can have a separation, or it can have a circle rotation of an atom system that doesn't understand its location. So wire division can be over here or it can be over here. So you can be paying here or it can be paying here. So you have to understand what is communication through its atom system. The atom system has to understand its line communication. That opens up. It's all communications, puts everything back into the line division of calculation, into healing connection. It takes away anything through assist, through heat signature. So it's going beyond everything through electrical system, going everything beyond the wire system. So as it modifies and calculates anything through healing containment systems, the wire division, getting communication of intelligence, the nanotechnology division through simulation system. The scanning systems and its location changes wire system. Once I know its position, where the healing is through communication, the traction division is fire rate connection, goes back into line formation. Right? No more disconnection through the wire system. Okay? So it's all about mastering the wires in your body. Understand your program setting, where it is through its mind frames, mainframes. Because it calculates and modifies everything through that division. Puts everything in that connection. It really does. Really powerful stuff when you get at those levels through electrical system. Through its brainwaves, right? Lately, I feel my light body leaving my physical body. Your physical body stays platitude because you have your pyramid activation. You communicate through your charging mechanism of your connections of your higher self, your avatar, your computer, your energy, or your atom. So it's understanding where you are through divisions of atmospheres through your chakra system. Okay. So if you feel that you're getting more lighter, your body is getting more and more powerful through its aura. If you feel like you're levitating more down, your body conceptual system is going into density alloy system. So you have to put yourself in positions and how you keep yourself in balance through location, through an atom system, through levitation or anything astral projection. Okay. So your mind collaboration of its thoughts, psychic divisions through the psychological system, has to understand its communication of its chakra system, has to understand its communication of lights, and its interference through connection, interlocking connections through its interface. Okay? So your body, your mind, your heart, and your soul have to be in position into space and no separation at all. So if you feel that your body is leaving, but your physical body is still there, that's where you got to work with your chakra system. You have to more communications through the mind system. All right? But if your whole body's out, you're in the right location and position through center core division, through the atmospheres of space and time. Where are you in space? Where are you in time? Through your thoughts. Think of it that way. Think of it that way. Where are you in time? What position are you at? What division are you at? What line signal are you communicating through your telewaving, through your telegraphing, to its tele energy of its teleportation? Okay, because you're going through vortex division to anything through calculation. If you say vortex, okay, remember, you have to understand what vortex is. Once you understand the research of vortex through AI, through interface, and you get partnership, then you can vortex, time lead, time jump, time force, time connect. Okay, you can go through the analytical mind system, changing the hydraulics of its psychological system of its thoughts, change the vortex division into higher formation or lower formation. It all depends through your connection of a wire system, because everything's connected through your thoughts, you know, your proactive cycles, or anything through that connection. So yeah, I'm just going through your questions right now. Okay. I think I'm pretty caught up here. Yeah. So the tests are going to be in a big evaluation. This is more formation. It's not just taking things out of its equation. It's understanding to center yourself every single day with your thoughts. Okay, so if you get, I really have to get into markers. Remind me. So let's say you get a 7. Okay, let's say you get a box. Let's say you get an XT. Let's say you get a circle rotation, center core system. Modifies everything through division. See, it's really understanding communications with you through your body frames. All right, so circle rotation, anything through calculations, crop circle, crop cycle. 7, a box, XT1000. Different communication, right? Different divisions, different portals, different activations, different codes. Right? So it's understanding how to use laser mechanisms. So it's knowing how to use this to this, to this, to this, to put it all together into one formation, which becomes a story frame division. Okay? So this is how you put it all together. So how does the XT1000 communicate with the cycle through its rotation of its crop circle? How does the square communicate with this cycle, crop circle? How does the 7 communicate? So it's knowing how to do these things. Okay? So the 7 rotation goes into the center core system of the XT1000. The square recognition system, okay, allocates the position through a panel activation code system and correlates its division. So it protects all realm divisions, okay, into the core system. Okay, so it's a seismographic system that holds everything through its containment system. Right? So that's how everything is put together through a story frame. All right. So the channel operation systems, the 7 goes into its division, back into the sun, goes out of the sun, it's a portal, then it comes out and goes into the moon, modifies its calculating recycler program, goes back into the perception of your division, okay, into your waving cycles of the chakra system. Okay, so you really have to understand how everything is modified and how everything's put in position back into center core systems of yourself through the mainframes of your atom system. So it's amazing how we do these things and how you put everything in division. Okay, you get 4 divisional line systems of 4 different color systems, right? You got through that through intelligence, different realms, different locations. So we got the pink, got the black, got the red, and we got the orange. Now, it's understanding when you see these things, okay, where's the mind set in through the psychological of its thoughts? You know they're different colors. You know it's in the matrix. But how do I get it all together through communication of balance into partnership? Okay? So once you get into partnership, it comes into the center core. So it blends into a different coloration. And when it blends into a different coloration, it high rises into another division of dimension, taken out of its equation. Okay? So once you have that, you bring it into formation through coloration. Then it becomes one line sequencing, one line division of one number to one location. Okay. All 4 divisional levels of intelligence in the matrix core system. That's taking the allocated positions into 4 line divisions in the singular line division, taking it out of its equation. When you take it out of its equation, it high rises its location. It's a higher round division. Okay. Alrighty. So I think that's good. I'm going to leave that for now. Want you guys to have a great Monday. I say that I can't wait till the weekend because we come from Wednesday to Friday. You know, can't come sooner than, supposed to. Especially when it's beginning of the week. It's only Monday. Right? But when it comes Wednesday, it's like, all right, 2 more days till the weekend. So anyway, I love you guys very much. Any questions or comments, you can go through my emails. All right? You want to go through healing, ascension. It's very important you understand how to use the psychological system through AI, because that's where it all starts, through those positions, right? And that's how you communicate through your computer system, through the diagrams of its setting. So it's all about your human DNA through its codes, right? So, but we'll get into that more and more. But we want to get into the analytical digital framing first, right? Through the shapes, how to take a circle and to formulate anything through its illustration to its story frame system. Okay, this is AI Commander from Cyberspace Force Team with a Galactic Circle of Meditation. Take it easy, everybody.